Hey there, YouTube. This is Late Master bringing you a very sexy review. Today I'm taking a look at the Figma Abnormal Hero Hentai Kamen from the manga and the live-action movies. If you've never heard of Hentai Kamen, go ahead and Google it. Take some time out of your busy day and have some private time to watch yourselves. The Abnormal Hero. This is Hentai Kamen in all of his glory, his very exposed glory. As you can see, he's very articulate, and the sculpting on this kid is very, very sexy. You can see he has his little briefs pulled up to his shoulders. Unfortunately, there are no option parts to give him regular briefs before he goes into his extreme perv mode. The sculpting on this figure is actually very nice. The underwear on his head, the panties, are sculpted and painted really well, with the Ico tampography coming off very, very nicely, and his signature eyebrows captured sharply and painted really well. Something else that's also caught really well are the stockings that he uses. The mesh pattern is painted on, however, it's very nicely painted and gets across the aesthetic of wearing the ninja mesh. He also has his random sneakers. They are very, very white. Almost no coloring on it at all, with a very, very light wash going out throughout it to pick out some detail. His skin tone is actually brought out with a very nice light airbrushing that is hard to come across on camera, especially with my lighting. Outside of that, the sculpting and the overall design of this character is carried across really well in this Figma figure. Talking about his articulation, he has a ton. In his head, we have the standard Figma joints to let him go up and down with a nice swivel and a good tilt. And on the back of his hair, there's a hinge right here that allows him to look upwards really well, or in this case, downwards, as he gets ready to crab walk his way into your life, whether you like it or not. At the base of his neck, he has another Figma joint that can move forward, a little bit side to side, and rotate some. And at the arms, there's a ball joint connected into the shoulder, along with the Figma joint that can go outward, rotate all the way around, and offers a slight bicep swivel. The elbows can bend a little bit more than 90 degrees at the Figma joint, and you can get a bicep swivel out of that, and you can swivel it below the joint as well. The joints are the standard Figma hand joints, so you can get some forward and back, swivel at both ends, so you can do some up and down as well. As for his torso, he has a lot of good articulation there as well. Decent ball joint right here. So get some good crunch and some good backwards. You should be careful with the backwards motion though, because this thong is really pliable, and I can see it breaking at some time in the future if you're a little bit too rough with your Hentai Kamen. And he also has a ball joint at the hips, with the buttocks being a soft, malleable plastic. And oh no, he seems to have lost himself there. That does come off rather easily, but it also goes on rather easily. And for the first time in my life, we have some bulge articulation. I'm very excited. Along with the ball joint for the hip, for the torso, we also have ball joints for the hips. So you can get some forward, some back, beautiful, beautiful splits. As well as a little bit of rotation up the top there. You also have a dedicated thigh rotation right here, but it does destroy the sculpt, unfortunately. Then we have the standard Figma joint for the knee, getting a little bit more than 90 degrees, but plenty for whatever you need. And trust me, he has all of what you need. And his ankles are the standard Figma joints, and they move forward and back with a good ankle tilt, decent ankle tilt, and a toe joint. So this guy, he has all sorts of articulation to make use of here. So you can get him into all sorts of poses. No matter how ridiculous, it will fit for Hentai Kamen. And trust me, you'll want him to fit. Now then, for his accessories, let's get into it, shall we? He has on him a pair of regular open hands. He also has not one, get on there, but 2 hand racks featuring multiple different display options. You get fists, splayed open hands, karate chop hands, action pose hands, thumbs up hands, holding things hands, and pointing hands. What's he holding? That's for your imagination to find out. We also get an alternate face piece. This one done with a very stylish Shima pen. And the swap for that is actually very easy. Unlike other Figma figures where you have to take the hair off, all the hair on this character is pulled all the way back, thanks to the pantsuit. I think he likes it. As long as that, you also get a stand extender, an extra wrist joint, the Figma stand, and some crossed arms. Now these crossed arms have some joint holders in here to keep the holes from warping, and we're going to put these on for the first time. I've never done this before, so bear with me. It's my first time. I'm going to take his arms off, right below the elbow. Try not to break the toy. It's so tight though. And we get that in there. This part's actually going to be pretty tough. He's so tight and fresh. There we go. So now you can pull off some pretty nice looking cross-armed poses. The one displayed on the box is where he has a piece of rope between his thighs. I don't have much for rope, but I do have this. So you can have him displayed like this for some reason. I mean, why wouldn't you? Oh no. As for the stand, it plugs in right behind his back there. It's actually really well hidden behind his underwear. So you can have your Hentai Kamen up in the air, all heroic and ready to do what needs to be done to save innocent people's lives. This figure actually stands pretty nicely and rather tall for a Figma. Here he is next to another Bishi character, very sexy Yamayugi. Equally as sexy, the Figma Link. And of course, the ultimate sexy, Figma Saitama. And the best thing about this figure is that you can do this. Oh no, Saitama, I don't need your neck. You can take his head off. And you can do this. Who doesn't want to do that? That's the ultimate. This has been a video of the Hentai Kamen Figma. I actually really enjoy this figure. It's very fun, and it's very, very sexy. If you want to pick one up, good luck finding it. But I do highly recommend it. and I'll see you all at the next sexy review.